Wow. That was a wild ride. If I ever saw one. So yeah. The Super Bowl last night was definitely worth staying up for to the bitter end. And I can say that the team I rooted for and wanted to win won. I mean, I got the score completely wrong. In fact, I'm pretty sure everybody else who predicted the score got it wrong too. 16 points altogether. The final score was 13-3. 16 points. To say that the game was a defensive struggle is a bit of an understatement. Like, defense utterly rocked this game on both sides of the football. Which, both defenses played great. I can't really, describe it, any better. Tom Brady has his 6th Super Bowl, making him legitimately the Michael Jordan of football. And you know what? His little brother, well, quote unquote little brother, Julian Edelman, MVP. He deserved it. Julian Edelman was absolutely outstanding in this game. What more can you say? Tom Brady is the GOAT. He is the best there ever was or probably ever will be. And I think it was Von Miller who put it best when he said, if you don't like that, then y'all just a hater. But, yeah. Happy Monday, everybody. So, after yesterday's video, I got to thinking, tomorrow, I'm saying this yesterday, tomorrow, it's going to be 400 videos you've done. You've been making videos, well, after tomorrow morning, you'll have made videos for 400 days. That's just crazy. You ever think that maybe you ought to do something, special or unique or, different for that sort of thing? Well, I actually had all day to think about this yesterday. Between, yesterday morning and last night when the game started, I had a lot of time to think. And I came to the conclusion that I think from now on, every, let's say, 100 videos, or 100 days, I think I'll do sort of like kind of like a State of the Union type thing. Only instead of, the Union, it's, basically how I'm doing overall and how I'm feeling. I mean, I've shared my feelings about things doing these videos before, and in fact, the very ending talks about how, happy and hopeful I am, at the very end of every video I do, and it all rings true. In fact, it's going to be that way probably from now on forever. But in terms of feelings, I guess I could sort of elaborate on that. A man talking about his feelings, that's completely unheard of. Okay, let's be real here. I am human. That is perfectly acceptable for a grown man, such as myself, to discuss my feelings. I am human. I'll actually be getting to something about that, later on, down the line. It's actually kind of funny I talk about something like this the day after the Super Bowl. What can I say? I mean, 400 days just happened to be today. What can, not really anything I can sort of do about that. So, I guess in the last 100 days, I still kept, making videos. I got more active in doing things as time's gone on. December 14th, I was able to make a video that I'd been wanting to make for quite some time. I got to wear my first Halloween costume on camera. I actually got to wear pajamas on camera, actually, in the last 100 days. So, that was pretty cool. I mean, technically I could have worn pajamas in this video today, but I'm like, you know what? I think I'll just keep it at least for during Flannel February, I'll wear those flannel pajamas. Speaking of which, I'm wearing flannel today in support of my friend who is supporting the food bank of the Southern Tier for Flannel February, which, is always awesome. I'll always help out his cause, and, helping promote what he's doing is definitely a good thing. I'll always do that. It's almost as if I have his back. Anyway, but I actually got quite a few things done. That at least the things I wanted to do. I got to witness my Cowboys making it into the playoffs and win a playoff game. And even though my Cowboys didn't make it into the Super Bowl, they fought to the very bitter end. Dak Prescott proved that he has a warrior spirit, so I can't really be upset by that by any stretch of the imagination. And, yeah, I guess I am kind of bummed that, football season is now officially over and I can no longer make NFL picks on Sunday. It's definitely a void that's missing. That is definitely for sure. But at the same time, it's what that great saying says: all good things must, come to an end. And whether or not your team made it into whether or not you're a Patriots fan and your team won the Super Bowl, or you're one of the teams that was out of playoff contention by week 4, you have to admit, overall, this football season, it was pretty exciting. And I'm glad, especially in these last 100 days, that I was able to witness a lot of it. I can't watch every single game. I don't have, one of those NFL Network channel things where you're able to watch, all the games at the same time. All you can really do is excuse me, pay attention to what the scores are. So, yeah, it was quite nice. As for what I'm going to be doing on Sundays from now on, whenever I make videos, I don't really know what I'm going to do. But actually, I'll get into a few other things before I, discuss what I might actually do. Let's see what else happened these last 100 days. Celebrated Thanksgiving, celebrated Christmas, welcome 2019 with hopefully a better beginning than what, I say what I did, but I also, I hope that you guys, kicked off 2019 as well. We are already, 35 days into 2019. So, yeah, time is moving kind of fast. I finally got to see a Dragon Ball movie in the theater, a Dragon Ball Super Broly, which was amazing. I kind of started doing, more movie reviews. That was nice. I'm going to try and do more. The Lego Movie Part 2 is coming out this week. I'm really looking forward to seeing that if I can swing it. So overall, and if talking about, there's, and I think the most important thing I did in these last 100 days is I definitely got to discuss, my contemplation of suicide I had a little over 10 years ago. That was actually an important video that I really always wanted to do and talk about, which, to this day, I am still beyond happy that I was able to share that story with you all, and even more so happy considering, some people after that video had reached out to me and, shared their feelings about what had happened on that fateful day on December 14th, 2008, and subsequently what happened on December 20th, 2012. So, those are definitely videos that I'm legitimately happy that, I did. And honestly, when it comes to making videos in general, one thing I definitely want to go back to is when I was a senior at Horseheads High School, the class I took, a class I took that first semester, it was actually technically my first college course, was ACE Perspectives in Drugs. And again, I never named names, but the teacher who taught that class was, super duper nice, definitely a well-liked and respected teacher throughout the student body community at Horseheads. And I'm pretty sure that teacher still works there, so that's really cool. And one thing this teacher would always say at the end of every class is, we would, as classes were switching, we had to go on to technically the second period of the day, but because it was block scheduling in 5 classes a day, it was period 3, 4, is at the end of every class, the teacher would say, make good choices. And I'm glad I made what I feel is one of the greatest choices of all time for me. I'm glad I started making these videos, because a lot of you guys have watched and given support, and as long as you continue to watch, I'm going to be always happy to continue to make them. And as long as those circumstances hold out, and even beyond that, I will always consider myself a pretty lucky guy. So, I thought I should end this video with a quote. A really important one. And you guys know that I am a fan of the show Hot Ones. That's obviously no secret. I promote that show as often as I feel it necessary. And one episode I look back to, that I do watch a lot, is the episode where Neil deGrasse Tyson actually was the guest. And on the final wing, Sean had asked him, are you able to tell us, what our place in the universe is? Where are we in the grand scheme of, where we fit in this big, gigantic universe that we live in? Now, what Neil deGrasse Tyson said is something that I absolutely had to write down, because there's no way I was ever going to remember this quote all for the better. I actually have it, on hand. So, what Neil deGrasse Tyson said was this: we have come to define significance as I'm special and everything else isn't. Religion's thinking they're special, culture's thinking they're special, individuals thinking they're special, the top 4 ingredients in life, in your body, the top 4 atoms in order: hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen. Those 4 atoms. Do you know what the top 4 ingredients are in the universe? The top 4 chemically active atoms in the universe? Hydrogen, oxygen, carbon, nitrogen. So upon learning that you're not special because you do not contain special ingredients, is the same fact that includes that the idea that while we live in this universe, the universe lives within us. We are special because we're the same. Thank you, Neil deGrasse Tyson. I doubt you'll probably ever see this, but if you do, thank you for using that quote, and thank you for, because I actually use that quote a lot as a means to sort of remind myself that I am only human. And considering what I said on December 14th, I am okay with that. So, like, favorite, share, and hit that subscribe button. I could really use the support on YouTube. Follow me on the social media platforms: YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Tumblr. And as always, I am very humbled that I made this video. For all of you guys to watch and enjoy for today, I'm hopeful that we all have a wonderful Monday. I'm already looking forward to next football season. And wait, did I say Twitter and Tumblr? Yeah, I did. Anyway, if any of you guys ever want to talk or chat, like my brothers at Trinity Pauling, before, during, and after my time, if you want to talk or chat, I am always going to have your back. Take care, everybody.